Hey people, Ingrid here, 3v3, Calderis Refinery, blue side. We have Fritz with an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. This is the Ultramarines DLC recolored. Alongside here, Dragoon with a Hive Tyrant, very durable hero, rooks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. We shall call it Castro. And rounded off the blue team here is Katla with a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. The World Eaters elite scheme. They are literally eating a planet on the badge over here. Red team, Aetherion with an Ordo Malleus, brother captain, very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense, disruption and some fantastic support. Lots of big chunky heroes in this game. He's found some CSM. Alongside here is Ziil with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat. Awesome disruption, but can also support and hurt you pretty bad. This is the same Han elite scheme. And rounded off the teams here, aminion with a Plague Champion, starts off in ranged combat with a damage of a time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but it's very slow. That's the Iron Warriors elite scheme. Looks like the Warlock is going to go down, I think, maybe? Yes. They just about got him. Barely. That was pretty close. Tactical Marines now getting into close combat. There's no Banshees here to threaten them in melee, but they're taking a lot of piercing damage as they try to chase and drop a model there. If a minion moved the CSM over, could have caught some in melee combat as they retreated too. East side, we have double CSM just hanging out. Aetherion getting some operatives up. These CSM should be pushing forward, so because they should be able to deal with the Strat Squad. Strat Squad are very good, both melee and ranged in tier 1, and you can specialize them further. Ziil getting a Shuriken. A minion going for Havocs. Usually we see a minion get tons of CSM. New strats. Dragoon with a Warrior Brood on the way. Fritz got some shotguns. Always useful, even if you aren't facing melee squads. Just to be able to run up, knock back and suppress something is pretty good. Gotta be careful running up, of course. Triple Dire Avengers with lots of pew pew. Warlock gets in on some Termagants and they just retreat out of there. Did not like that Warlock, did they? Cormagaunt's now chasing the Warlock in turn and he retreats the hell out of there. Scout's getting way too close, this is what I mean. Yeah, you can't run into triple Dire Avengers and CSM like that. They are going to shoot you down pretty fast. Speaking of CSM, these fellas got their Eternal War and now they're in some trouble. Hive Tyrant got a special and another. And we see the customized Stormbolter for the Apothecary. And there's the full auto. And the Warrior Brood coming in. Leaping into combat, as you see, giving some really nice passive disruption. And power melee damage, of course. These heretics do not want to hang around here by themselves. There we go, get out of there. Meanwhile, east side, CSM trying to get into melee and finish off the brother captain. Can't quite manage it. Have found some stormtroopers to shoot at though. Where are the operatives? There they are. And they have their fallback plan. Allows them to break retreat, drop a flash grenade when they do it. Okay. Which messes up enemies. How many models do they have? Only 4 models on these fellas. Not sure how much DPS they're doing. But some good utility. Do require some micro and timing to use to maximum effectiveness. There's some Khorne worship from Katla. Kicking off on the west side though. 2v2 fight. Plague Champion off the field. Cormagaunt's getting stuck in, but they eat a Destructor from the Warlock. They're okay. I've now found some heretics. Doom Blast goes off. Barb Strangler in play. And the Apothecary falls. Oh, couldn't quite hit the Warlock there. Gets in and ties them up. 457 to 452 on the VPs. Very, very close. 2-1 for blue. Can the red team get on this natural VP though? Maybe even break through to the power. Not always easy to get on the enemy power on refinery maps. Strike Squad taking this heavy cover here. And these fellas do not have any cover. They should be getting into melee combat. There we go. 2 versus 1. They should take them out. Chaos Lord retreats Operatives barely alive. Oh, Stormtroopers down to 5 models, but barely any hit points. Oh, CSM got dealt with there. 8 special attack. These fellows trying to fight Operatives now. Oh, they just flash grenaded these fellas. And a good special from the Brother Captain. And a good grenade from the Stormtroopers. That's that no fuse grenade they have. Could do some nasty things with it. CSM dropping 2 models. Katla kept them in combat for way too long there. 450 to 435. Barbed Strangler's shots. Forces a retreat, I suppose. Not sure if Red Team can keep this pressure up. They do have Havocs though in play. It's going to help. Hive Tyrant won't be suppressed by it, but doesn't really want to get super close. Oh, drop pod from Fritz. Some more tactical marines. Did not replace the scouts though, and that's a mistake, I think. Generally, if you lose your scouts in tier 1, replace them. Scouts can do so much for you with a little bit of micro. Heretics getting away with barely any hit points. Might have even been 1. Hive Tyrant revives the Apothecary. He's halfway through level 2. Armor of the Apothecary, and straight away in tier 2 for Fritz. Not often you'll see that as the first tier 2 purchase. Really wants to support those units over there. Double Mark of Khorne. Yes, from Katla. And Aspiring Champions on the way. That's going to be a fierce melee force. Going to rip through the Strat Squad. Rip through the Brother Captain too, to be honest. Yeah, Unending Purge is on. We've got some sneaky operatives. Can they still throw stuff? At one point they used to be able to throw a like a flash grenade or something. There we see their retreat thing. Are they going to break the retreat? What's going on? No? Fair enough. I thought they could break the retreat with fallback plan. Yes, they can. It does have quite a long cooldown though, I think. So maybe they've already done it. That was some strange usage of them though. Havocs need to push up. Kicking off in the mid. Double Mark of Khorne CSM. Nothing really to stop them over here. Where is the... Oh, Shuriken's gone down. Shuriken has gone down. Double Wraith Guard though for ziil. Some more CSM for aminion. Havoc's doing their job against the double CSM. Katla, not sure what they're looking for. Maybe a power bash. They're kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere here. Wraith Guard and a Destructor. Ouch. Yeah, you need to get the hell out of there. I don't think a model was lost. No. Gonna take a little while to heal up though. Hive Tyrant thinks of... Yeah, there we go. Attacking the Brother Captain, who's kind of shrugging it off as they cap. Genestealer Brood on the way for Dragoon. Katla has lost the Heretics. Needs to replace them. Double CSM for aminion. Just with Eternal War. Chaos Lord is pissed. Got his Lightning Claws out. And Mantle of Hate. Lightning Claws and Mantle of Hate. That's an angry Chaos Lord. Do we have double Wraith Guard? We do have double Wraith Guard. Yeah, that's bad news for blobbed up tactical marines. Doesn't matter if you have advanced healing going, they're gonna die. And they run away. 423 to 426, still very, very even on VPs. Terminator Librarian up. This guy is cool. Support sub-commander for the Grey Knights. He's in Terminator armor, so you can't suppress that guy. Pretty good in combat and has some amazing abilities. Sanctuary he starts with. Can get Codicum Aeternum too. Wraith Guard making very short work of the power node. Plague Champion fully kitted out. Plague Sword, Fetid Armor and Mucus Discharge makes him into a pretty handy melee combatant. The Plague Sword, of course, ignoring melee resistance, which is the big deal about this weapon. The only melee weapon in the game, as far as I know, that ignores melee resist. There's some good DPS on it too, and of course you can create zombies. Here comes a Genestealer Brood. They will tear apart the Wraith Guard if they can get close. Where is the Warlock? Out of combat. No war gear for that guy too. Aminion has lost the Havocs, so no support suppressing these fellas right now. Genestealer Brood eating stuff with the Adrenal Rush active, giving them increased speed, increased damage and heal per hit. We've got plasma guns here for Fritz. And Plague Champion is shot down with said plasma guns. Hive Tyrant gets his rending talons going. There's that seismic roar you just saw. Fritz with a librarian, but no scouts. What is this? Oh, Genestealers chased all the way in. Dragoon completely forgot about them, and down they go. Triple Wraith Guard for ziil. We do have a Tyrant Guard. And they might need it to tie up those Wraith Guard now. Mark of Khorne CSM playing a dangerous game here because the Librarian can tangle with them pretty well. And now the Brother Captain has his Nemesis Demon Hammer. Demolishing Strike is pretty fun. I guess we missed him using it. The CSM lived. We have some chosen Plague Marines for aminion who gets away with one model. Unique guys for the Plague Champion and has some Mark of Khorne CSM himself. Double in fact. 4 Mark of Khorne CSM on the field. Oh no. Katla has dropped one in that fight over there. So now there's only 3. Khorne is sad. 337, 425, 2-1 cap here for the blue team. Really topsy-turvy game so far. Blue team looking kind of depleted. Dreadnought on the way for Fritz. More Genestealers for Dragoon. And a Dreadnought for Katla. Not a bad choice against that Ordo Malleus roster. Not a whole lot they could do against a Dreadnought over there. At the moment, anyway. Some full auto for those CSM. But here comes some more. And then nice and quick, which is rare for Chaos. Turret Guard gets into the Wraith Guard. Special attack doesn't knock him over, though. It did knock over the little Spirit Seer fella. It's got a Spirit Seer for each Wraith Guard group. Only one of them would be enough to give them all Wraith Sight. I suppose having that redundancy is also useful, but that's a big outlay of resources. Here's the Chaos Dreadnought looking insane with the World Eaters scheme. That's a Sanctuary there from the Terminator Librarian, who's just leaving for some reason. Where are you going, buddy? There's Strike Squad and Brother Captain here. He's just gone. I'm out of here. Operatives with their sergeants. Not sure what he does for them these days. Does something. Oh, they have a grenade icon now. They must have something to throw. Throw something, fellas. There we go. They threw something. Oh, it's some kind of burner bomb, incendiary grenade type thing. That's pretty cool. I completely forgot that was a thing. They do get away, barely. What is this? Oh, Vindicare is using his shenanigans. Awesome sniper unit can fight all targets by switching his ammo. At the moment, he's got turbo penetrator rounds, doing big chunks of that Tyrant Guard, as you saw there. He's going to be spotted though, and he is quite fragile. He needs to run the hell away. Oh, look at this. Apothecary's gone all aggro. Switching to the Anointed Power Axe will help him stand up to these melee troops a little bit more, I suppose. And that's a bad attempt at a fight from a minion. There was so much stuff here. Plague Champion also going in. What are you doing, buddy? That's a Dreadnought. Good special. Doesn't get away though. Flung aside. 238, 412. Another Chaos Dreadnought from Katla. And where are those Genestealers? They are in base. More Plague Marines, this time the missile launcher variety. They are retreating for some reason. Misclick perhaps. Hive Tyrant is capping mid. Apothecary level 4. He's done quite well. His units haven't done so well. That was a good walk throw from ziil into the path of many, many Wraith Cannons. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Tyrant Guard charges in. That does disrupt them. And here's the Dreadnought too. You need to try and keep your Wraith Guard moving if you can. Maybe keep them in kind of a staggered formation, so the ones at the front get tied up and the others behind can shoot. Those fellas barely escaping over there. 18 hit points. Some of them still in play though. Some Mark of Khorne CSM helping out. Wraith cannons do friendly fire, so you've got to be careful. Down goes the Dreadnought though. Fritz now down to a single unit. Goes tier 3. 238 to 380. 2-to-1 cap here for blue. Don't think it's going to last very long though with Fritz so depleted. Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts for Katla. Very Cornish. Khorne. Khornate. Goes down though. Where's the second one? Oh, he's right here. Still with the default autocannon. Looks like that guy's going to go down too. Because that's a lot of anti-vehicle. Perhaps don't get Dreadnoughts when they have triple Wraithguard and a Plague Marine squad. That's the lesson to be learned here. Oh, Melter Bomb. What was that from? Oh, was that from the operatives? Did they get a Melter Bomb too? That's pretty awesome. Or a crack grenade or whatever the hell it was. They have some stuff for sure. Carnifex on the way for Dragoon. Just not very often I get to see Ordo Malleus. And not often they purchase operatives. They've done pretty well though. Blue team still have the mid. This is amazing. Some heretics on the field now for Katla. Chaos Lord is getting in there. Has demonic visage. Mantle of Hate, of course, and the lightning claws as we saw. Now runs away though. Plague Champion is level 3. We do have some operatives capping mid. Looks like they're going to be able to complete it too. And can the blue team even get back into the mid there? Terminator sit in the field for Fritz. I think Katla is going to have to come up this east side and put some pressure on this VP. Try and split them from the mid. Here comes the Carnifex all alone with the Barb Strangler upgrade. Can't just stand there. Took so much damage already. That was the melt attack thing from the operatives. Or was it? Because I see fire now. Is that you? No, it's not Immolator. I'm kind of actually confused about what the hell the operatives are throwing. Just throwing everything, are they? Stormtroopers are level 3 with plasma guns. Gives them overcharge, which is like a ball of plasma that suppresses you. Pretty damn useful if you can time it. There it is. Suppressing those CSM there. Drain life used on the brother captain, who now has Holy Armor of Titan. And there we see the Immortal. And Chaos Lord needs to run away. 222, 325. What's going on over here? Some advanced healing shenanigans for these Space Marines. Carnifex lives. And blue team are getting at least close to the mid here. Was not expecting this. Where are the Wraithguard gone? They're all healing up and reinforcing. There should be a webway assembly helping those guys get into the front line a little bit quicker. Strike squad run away, level 3. And there's that incendiary bomb from the operatives. Doesn't seem to be doing a huge amount of damage. Maybe the explosion itself does. But the fire afterwards seems to be not much of a concern for the Tyranids over there. We've got some rangers, late rangers for ziil. Helps with control. The kinetic pulse and also the hey, everyone go invisible thing is pretty nice. Tyrant formation on this blob of Eldar. This is going to be nasty. It has a pretty good Tyranno. Keeps the Eldar away. Not sure if it destroyed anything. Yes, it did. Look at that. The Dire Avengers are all gone now from ziil's army. That was pretty painful. Fritz now with a Predator tank. Did the Tactical Marines get away? They did. And a level 4. Doesn't want to lose those fellas. Tyrant Guard went down at some point. Terminators don't want to stand and trade with Wraithguard. You see the damage they're taking. Painful stuff. Here's that Predator tank in its default state. Just shot a heretic into small heretic pieces. Katla getting a great unclean one. 209, 267. Castro goes down. Grey Knight Terminators in play here. Liber gives them Holocaust, which is an amazing control ability that lifts you into the air and sets you on fire, I think. Wraithguard, are they all level 2? Oh, those fellas are level 3. 209, 261. What's it gonna shake out as? A 2-1 for red, looks like. Carnifex lives. Dragoon has actually done a pretty decent job preserving his stuff, aside from sending the Gene Stealers to their death in a base. They've done quite well. More Wraithguard on the way for Ziil this time. Chaos Lord getting in on the Grey Knight Terminators. Might be a tough fight for him. Yeah, he's getting chopped up pretty badly. Now has no supports and needs to flee. You saw there Katla moved the Chaos Lord away before retreating so that he wouldn't take melee retreat hits there. A good precaution to take. Fritz with another Predator tank on the way, and blue team are capping mid somehow. 181, 261, that's an Imperial Abyss from Aminion. Nurgle green, and Paladins called in by Aetherion. And they are going to hammer down this Carnifex pretty quick with those heavy melee Nemesis Demon Hammers. Down it goes. Great Unclean One just had a bad meal, and those operatives found out about it in gruesome detail. Warlock level 5 runs off. Blue team are not capping mid though, they are busy fighting right now. Gene Stealers torn up by Paladins and Terminators. Great Unclean Ones having fun fighting them though. Doing some good damage here. Can the Mark of Khorne CSM chase them down and finish them off? Maybe. The tank there too. I think the Grey Knight Terminators are done for. Yes, they are. Can the Paladins get away now? Oh, they want to finish off this Tyrant Guard first, eh? Down it goes. That was the second Tyrant Guard, I think. Orbital coming in. From Aetherion, I assume. Unless Fritz just put a Orbital on himself. I mean, it took out a tank. That's not bad. Really split those beams up, which is generally what we want to do. Yeah, that must have been Aetherion. Land Raider Phobos on the field for Aminion. Gets a couple of heretics up to help repair it too. Plague Champion is down over here. Can't afford to revive that guy though. Chosen Plague Marine is trying to cap. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Exploding on death, healing themselves, unlike regular Plague Marines, which don't heal themselves with their death explosion, and down they go. Did not last long. Chaos Lord almost level 5. Actually done quite well, that guy, in the old combat. Another Orbital, this time from Fritz. Hits the Wraithguard pretty well. Only one beam hit them though. Still, it's a good hit. Got some kills. Nothing really here to follow it up. I guess there are some Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators from Katla. And they will tear through infantry like crazy. Oh, we saw the Stormtroopers use their invulnerability thing. I forget what it's called. It's really nice though. It gives them damage immunity for like 3 seconds. Took no damage from those Lightning Claws there. Hive Tyrant level 6 going for a Venom Cannon to help shoot down that Phobos. This Predator needs to be careful. The Phobos looks at it funny, it's going to die. Hive Tyrant gets in there. Also getting his Warp Field shield. Turns to engage, there we go. All alone though. Put your shield up, buddy. Nope, runs away. Castro's off. Immortal Brother Captain level 7. I still haven't seen the demolishing strike used? I want to see it. I don't remember it being used on the screen. I think the Great Unclean One's done for here. Paladins are on it. Down it goes. 145 red for killing that guy. It's going to explode on death, doing huge amounts of damage and also healing allies a huge amount. That's why they all ran the hell away. And these guys didn't, because they're going to get healed. There we go. What's going on then? 2-to-1 cap for red team. Blue team have kind of fought their way back into this though. You know, Wraithguard are powerful, but in terms of field presence, they tend to be forced off in mass if you just get into their lines, and then their field presence evaporates. Ziil now has 4 of them. That's a hell of a lot of firepower. So much firepower. Nuke bait as well, isn't it? Because they can't move very fast. And they tend to blob up, as do all ranged squads when you give them the same attack order. They'll all move to the same place. More Grey Knight Terminators for Aetherion. 141 to 261. Plague Champion and some Mark of Khorne CSM in on the Loyalist Terminators, forcing them to retreat. Wraithguard just pushing through the field. Everyone running in their wake. Warlock might need to run himself here. Hive Tyrant tried to tie them up. We're going to only tie up one of them. What was that knockdown? Was that from the Fire Prism shot there? Or maybe a special from the Hive Tyrant. He's going to go down. Castro has fallen. A new Phobos from Katla on the way. Fire Prism needs to be careful. Only starts with 500 hit points, which can evaporate so quickly in a 3v3. This is a bad fight for you guys to take. Holy crap. Can't outshoot those Wraithguard Dragoon. Maybe get a Thornback Carnifex and charge them. Although a Barb Strangler would do good damage, you don't want to stand still and shoot it. Red team with the 2-to-1. And blue team are running out of VPs here. With a Carnifex and a Phobos and double Predators, they might be able to make a push though. They've got to deal with these Wraithguard, obviously. Do they have a nuke? Dragoon almost has one. Not sure how they're going to deal with that, because Aetherion has some very dangerous melee troops. In case the Wraithguard get rushed, they can counter-initiate with those guys. Down goes the Fire Prism. I told you to be careful. Last Cannon Predator will deal with it quite fast. Cyclone Missile Launcher doing its thing. Not really hitting anything. Wraithguard are so far up here. So far up. Didn't really need to be that close. They were trying to chase those Tyranids, I think. Got a kind of tunnel vision there going after them. Mark of Khorne CSM getting in, doing some good work from aminion. Forcing off the Tactical Marines, who are also way too close. There's an Eldritch. And Fritz dodges it completely. Look at that. Nicely done. 63-261. The Phobos in the mid hasn't really been touched, to be honest. Katla's Chaos Terminators are very low. Dropping a model, they need to run. And now Paladins are on your Phobos. You need to keep this Phobos moving. Turns to try and engage them. Mark of Khorne CSM and a Chaos Lord. Chaos Terminator is also there. Oh, there's that onslaught thing. Man, that's nasty. 57-259. Blue team making a run at the center. The Hive Tyrant is not capping though. Should be capping while he shoots there. The Phobos is dealt with. Holy crap, there's that one shot on the rear arm of the Fire Prism there. Hive Tyrant is now capping. 57-259. Might be a close finish here. Might be a very close finish. Aminion has some Chaos Terminators of his own. No upgrades though. Dire Avengers for Ziil. For repairing the Fire Prism, I guess. Fritz with some scouts finally. For some repair support as well. Tyranids, of course, can't help you with repairs. Their vehicles and their structures just naturally regenerate health. Although I think some Eldar vehicles also naturally regenerate health because they're made of Wraith Bone or whatever. I don't think the Fire Prism does. I think the Wraith Lord does. I could be wrong. Double Zone Thropes here for Dragoon. Seems like a good choice. Here comes the army of Wraith Guard. Need some support. The brother captain now has the Nemesis warding stuff. He's level 9, this guy. Here we go. Infiltrated Wraith Guard, Tyranids formation. Doesn't really hit flush. Should have waited for them to stop, I think. There's ward on some Wraith Guard from the brother captain. From his staff. 54 to 30. Big fight in the mid. Paladins going after the Phobos. Wraith Guard again, just getting too close to things. I understand they were trying to dodge the Tyranids formation, but they should have backed off as soon as that central spire came up. Go back to where the central spire is. One of the Wraith Guard actually went down there. More G-Stealers for Dragoon. I believe that's the third squad they have got. Chaos versus Ordo Malleus seems quite fitting over here. Brother Captain goes down. Lightning Claw Terminators, quite dangerous alongside this Chaos Lord here. And more Terminators for Katla. Phobos needs repairs, and they have no Heretics. Heretics over here, shooting their not super effective pistols. Blue team capping mid. Land Raider Crusader now for Aetherion. Really been able to pump out those super units, eh? The Vindicator Assassin is still around too. Level 3, back at base. Dead Chaos Lord, I think. Yep. Brother Captain is still down. Oh, these guys have a silencer. It says silencers, but it's actually only one. Pretty good versus all infantry targets. 54 to 194. That Phobos somehow is still here. Fire Prism falls. Crusader, like, almost 3/4 of the way done. 2/3, let's say. A fight over that central VP. Some incredibly brave stormtroopers there, but they went down. Now blue team can cap it, maybe. Fellas? Perhaps. There we go. Where are your tactical marines? They are at base. Need to get them out of there. Phobos still desperately needs repairs. Katla should be getting Heretics up as their next purchase, but they might really want the Chaos Lord back. Yep, Heretics are on the way. Warlock, level 6 now with the Cloak of Shadows. Wraith Guard trying to do what they can, but they have no support here. And they are just overrun. There's an Eldritch again. Hit the warriors pretty well. Didn't finish them, I don't think. Nope, they're still alive. One of them gets away. Now, red team are making a mistake of not coming in at the same time. Lack of communication here. Paladins coming out of the Eldar base for some reason. There's that Land Raider Crusader, has Hurricane Bolters on the side sponsors. That's 6 heavy bolters. Can suppress you pretty well. You have a multi-melter and a twin-linked assault cannon on top. Also provides health and energy regen. Chaos Terminators here. Kind of deep in enemy territory. Trying to stop this VP being capped, of course. Red are going to get a triple, and that might be the end of it. Blue team are very low on VPs. Now a single. It's going to be a double again, though. And an orbital here from Aetherion. Took out the shrine, that's for sure. Kicking off in the mid. The last desperate push by blue team to try and get the mid back. 9 to 175, 2 to 1 cap. Can they stop this? They are running out of time. They need to get on the VP right now. I think they've run out of time now. Red team are going to take it with the army of Wraithguard. GG from Aetherion. And there it is. What a crazy game. Level 10 Apothecary. Castro the Hive Tyrant got to level 8 with his Venom Cannon. Level 6 Chaos Lord. Did some work with those Lightning Claws, that's for sure. Brother Captain level 10. Got a hell of an army on the field, this fella. Paladins, Grenade Terminators, Land Ready Crusader. What more do you want? Level 7 Warlock was down at the end. And a level 3 Plague Champion. Really level 3? With the amount of stuff that died, how are you only level 3, fella? Well, they have it. Not the highest level game ever, but a hell of a lot of fun, I think. Not a lot of mind paid to unit preservation, although Dragoon did a decent job, I think, preserving his Tyranid friends. Aetherion, not too bad. But yes, so much death. What is this score screen going to look like at the end? Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.